Well, it's minus 40 out. Truck started, was not happy at all. Thought I had a big oil leak because there's a bunch of oil on the ground. Turns out it was just the water pump. Still sucks, but it's better than having an oil leak somewhere. I guess the weep hole is blown, which washed all the oil off the block. Alright, so you can see with the truck turned off, we had a steady drip coming off that bolt right there in the pan. Get that swapped out, be back on the road. We got the shot heater cranked. Gonna let this ice and snow melt off here because I hate working on anything when you're getting constantly dripped on as you're down below the truck and you're getting constant dirt and ice in your eyes. And I just hate it. Alright guys, so now that the truck is sat overnight, we're gonna pop off the rad cap. Now that it's cold, there's no worry about pressure inside there. Once that's off, we'll open up our drain, get this thing draining out while we take off the air box and the fan shroud. Once the fan shroud is off, we have the water pump, which is down below there. 2 bolts pop it out. We'll drain out the rest of the coolant. You can see the coolant is a little bit low. Coolant reservoir is pretty much empty. Okay, we got the rad cap off. We're gonna open up this valve here, drain it to our trusty bucket down below, and start getting the air box off. Get the fan shroud off. It's 4 13mm nuts. They're held on by bolts that go through these holes here. The bottom's a bit tricky as there is a tube down there. Ties into the bearing on the fan. So these are designed to compress so they can fit around the fan. So you don't take the fan out, which saves a lot of time. Now that's all out, we have easy access to our water pump. So 2 bolts, pop those out once we get the belt off and we should be in business. So now to remove the belt, get our bar on the pulley. But normally what you can do is you can pull this up. And if you see that little clip there, the other pulley, you can actually put a wrench behind it. You can lock the clip below the other pulley. Fortunately, because my truck has AC, the pulley actually hits the AC and I can't pull it far enough. This one we can lock it in there so it's not dealing with the belt and the tension on there all the time. And there she is. Gasket still looks good, but I'd say the weep hole is what the culprit was. Bit of play to it. So I'd say she's drunk. Toss the new one in and that'll be the end of our day. Clean up the surface area a bit, make sure everything's all good. Make sure no rags get stuck inside there because it's the last thing you want to plug off and jet. So a new water pump. Looks much better. This one has an internal weep hole where the other one was on the external side. Seat in there. And now that we got our seals all cleaned up, we installed a new water pump, and then we should be in business. As you can tell, so there's 2 different lengths here to the mounting holes. The longer side goes to the top. Now that the pump's installed, it's time to put the belt back on. So all you need to do is make sure your belt's going in the right orientation. There should be a schematic on your rad support, but if not, easy enough Google to say whatever components you have, if AC or not and all that. Find how your belt goes on, pull your torque in on your idler pulley, slip the belt back on, make sure it's all lined up, let her off, and that's it. Pop out your wrench, and your water pump's installed. Now it's time to put the fan shroud back on, refill it full of coolant, fire it up, get the air out. We'll use our vent, make sure when we're filling, good to go. Fan shroud's now back on, so we're going to flush the system with some demineralized water. Deionized is best, but couldn't get any unfortunately, so demineralized. Pour it in here, just water for now. Let it flush the system, drain it out, and then we will do a 50-50 mixture of coolant and demineralized water. All right, so while we're filling with coolant, we're going to open prevent here, any possible air of the system that's out. Turn over a few times, make sure any entrapped air that could be somewhere within the system comes out, and then we are all set. All right, so first things first, we'll close our drain off our pad. So close, okay, and we'll talk about glycol. The system holds 21 liters, but since we didn't drain the block out entirely, I know that there won't be 21 liters going in. So we use the coolant first, and then we'll top out the rest with water. Our ratio will be more than 50-50, but I'd rather have the high enough coolant versus water, so we should be all right there. Vent off. I'm using Mopar antifreeze just to make sure it's all compatible. Any brand really should work for you though. Full of glycol, full of water. The trick I learned over the years, if you plug your vent and you pump your glycol hose, well, you just keep going until all the air bubbles are out. It acts as a little pump and starts sucking out of the rad and put it into the block. But we are looking pretty full here now. A few more bubbles coming out. Got some pressure on the hose, which is good. One there. Perfect. Okay, now we'll fire up the truck, pump it through, open up the rad cap again, keep topping it up until we're full. All right, so round the truck up, we'll pop the cap off here now, top up any coolant that we need to, and then this truck is done. Yeah, she's still full.